Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Banana Fish, episode 14.
The train fight.
Yep, train fight.
Really good.
Ash, he's going to jail.
Going to jail.
He's going to jail.
It might not be as bad as we think it is.
It might not be.
Because, well, he's not dealing with Dino yet.
Right.
But, okay. This is
it's
him
a
being
development.
alive.
Him being alive, Arthur is dead, so that's something he doesn't have to worry about.
Right.
But there is something that we have to worry about. Will we get a new OP? I'm hoping not.
Yeah, I think we are due to be in one of those situations where we don't have to switch OPs because, you know, of conventional whatevers. Let's have just one OP.
Yep.
It's fine as is.
It is beautiful and wonderful.
Beautiful. I'm just starting to get the words memorized. So, yeah. Make it so. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yep. Reality is stranger than fiction, my friend. Hey, eBay! Way to go! Hey, usage of cell phones!
Yeah!
Jacob. Told you it'd have to happen here if it hadn't happened before. Yep. Ooh.
Pardon me while I mourn.
Yeah.
This does look really good, though.
Salute the one that passed us. Seems like it's the same band, potentially.
Oh, okay. Alright, you gotta show us shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, whoa. Oh.
That's right. Because the Baka called out his name in the middle of a knife fight.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. Oh.
Toss a coin.
Whoa.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Oh.
Had a feeling. Yep.
Yeah. What the heck?
Shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Has he
my
already
gosh.
been using banana fish? Oh my god.
Well, okay. All right.
Huh.
He has been busy.
Yep.
Such a quiet thing to fall.
That was a good reference.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, Ash won't last long. Maybe he just doesn't think of Ash as peerless. Hmm.
What indeed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
What? Wait, is this really happening?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, yeah, shit, but no wonder he doesn't feel comfortable with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh my gosh.
Very particular nurse.
Hmm. Yep.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Holy shit.
Wow.
The lack of...
Huh.
Sure.
Gotcha.
Damn.
Wait, did...
Oh, his... Yeah.
His wound reopened?
His wound, yeah.
Classic feds coming in and...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm worried about Max now.
Cool, cool. You still have to finish up the recovery, though. Wow.
All right.
Hmm.
Wow. Nice. Ugh. All the bad shit happening in Jersey.
Oh boy. Wow.
His face looks very similar to Dino.
Like Dino, yeah. A relative, maybe?
Possibly. And he disappeared from the hospital. And now he doesn't exist.
Wow.
Alright. Gotcha.
Fucking hell. Now AG has to grapple with this.
Well.
Okay, shit. Ash is dead.
Dead. Yeah.
Sus.
Definitely sus. Especially since it was like in this very episode that it's like, nah, nobody can kill Ash unless it's like Ash is doing that kills Ash.
Yeah,
so,
no, Ash is alive. This is a good, stinger, especially for our boy AG, who has no way of being able to disprove this or anything.
Exactly.
And he has to go through the emotional pain of eventually figuring out that most likely, no, Ash is alive, but they're doing something with him. They're not killing him.
Right. And we don't know why.
Yeah.
That's a bit interesting because they had just been like, okay, we'll send an assassin, but that makes me think that like maybe this doctor is like he's gonna do stuff with Ash, but he's going to kill him eventually anyways. So it's just
might as well.
Yeah, might as well. Right.
He's gonna hide him up in some like special lab or what have you that no one can find or what have you, and then they'll just go to town on him
and dispose of the body in some really effective way.
Yeah. It's the really curious thing though is that Dino is gonna get this news and be like, "What the fuck?"
Right.
Like. I didn't do this, so...
Yeah.
And then they're gonna have to be like, well, see, he had a knife wound. It was really bad. So he died from that. Like, we didn't want to kill him.
Right, he was just so wild and crazy that he ended up, like, exacerbating the wound.
And then Dino would be like, what, Arthur wounded him to death? No, bullshit. No.
Bullshit.
Yeah. So it's gonna be cool having all these groups essentially... probably looking for Ash, but won't necessarily all be on the same page.
Right. And that's where one of the things that I'm curious about is where Ash is being kept. Because he could actually, like, maybe they actually did take him to the National Institute of Mental Health or whatever, but the fact that, like, this was an under-the-table operation, right? We're pretending to be FBI, we do this thing, we grab you, we got you, cool. I am wondering how anyone would possibly find him unless he was at that building where they said he was at. But why would they say the actual place that he was at if they wanted to hide him? And they would need a facility to actually have
in the simplest explanation. I think what we have here is a situation where they can't throw any suspicion on them for the fact that they were going to take him to this place. They declared that at the hospital when they transferred him.
Right.
So
that's how they made it seem official.
That's where they can last have his trail end, basically.
Right, and that's where everyone can look and be like, okay.
Confirmed, and there's going to be legit doctors there that will probably lie or something like that.
Sure, and then it's the show us the body, whatever, things like that. Then they'll be able to figure out pretty quickly that it's, not as all as it seems, but it might be too late by that point.
Yeah, and they might even be able to pull a fast one by having they've already got this planned and what have you. So they have someone that looks very similar to Ash prepped and ready.
Sure.
And that is basically what they show people from a distance, but because this is a respected, place, people aren't actually allowed to go and touch the body or what have you, or go and check it out. And also the other thing that's, a really scary thing about this is given that big people in the US government are involved in this, that means that they don't necessarily have to show this to AG or local cops. They can show it to another official person, and then that official person can be bribed to say, yes, this is Ash, done, easy, and then they just have him somewhere hidden in the hospital's grounds or underground.
Or in a completely different hospital.
They move him eventually.
Ash was saying that, he's pretty sure they went into New Jersey.
Except for the fact that they called out a specific doctor who looks very similar to Dino, by the way.
Yeah,
and also
that
apparently
was
runs
odd.
that place, which I would say is a potential like plot point we need to like, it's dangling, it's there, it's sitting, and why that is the case, I guess we'll just wait and see.
Yeah, and even, I mean, I feel like since we don't have information, there's not too much point in theorizing of what uses the Doctor will have for Ash, but like that seems like the kind of thing to me where maybe they're trying to like recreate banana fish or something like that, or I don't know, but like something really far out there, and we'll just have to see in the future of what that ends up being. But we have some developments with some of the other characters.
Yeah, Yutlung has grabbed and nabbed the family situation, or at the very least, it's some part of it. Because Hualong is bananaed in the fish.
That's right.
So,
yep.
You got fucked. Like that's rough, buddy.
I gotta say that was very satisfying as far as just like some time has passed because Ash was had the surgery and things like that, right? But then also just we knew he wasn't that big of a deal, right. So having him basically be dealt with off screen, right?
And that he's had banana fish for a while. Yutlung has had it for a while, so they grabbed it from the whole fiasco at Dino's place.
Yeah, so of course he'd be using it, right?
Yeah, who would be the first person he'd use it on? Exactly.
Well, I wonder. Gee, this untraceable, drug and all that stuff. Yeah.
No. Shush, brother. Go back into the room there.
Oh, can you imagine what kind of like fate worse than death that must be for his brother? Where it's this person that I've treated like shit now got one over on me.
Right.
But now I am at their mercy constantly. God. In addition to the torment of just being banana fished, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's... Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's...
I would not want to be that guy.
This is awful. Okay, so that's where we're at. Dino's coming back.
Yep.
I'm excited to see how that goes. Having, I think his name was Sinsu Singh. Let me see. The younger guy
that was in Shorter Screw.
Yeah, but also idolizes Ash a bit here. Sinsu Ling. Yeah. Or Sing Su Ling. Yeah. He bumped into AG for the first time, which is cool. I like when little instances of the story connect people that don't really have much reason to connect outside of these kind of little coincidences. But it's fun given that this one is really natural, but given that AG is the other person that idolizes Ash here, in the story kind of board kind of context here, if I was to look at the spiderweb of things here, there now is a reason for these two to in the future collaborate to help Ash.
Yeah,
and that's just a little clever writing thing that I appreciate. Ash handled an assassin
after
just
getting
casually.
a surgery.
Yeah, but it did reopen his wound.
Right.
So I want to say there is a non-0% chance that Ash is actually dead here. I just want to say that. There is a very, very, very tiny non-0% chance that he is actually dead.
I mean, like, on a technical level, totally.
Yes.
On like a story level, can you imagine?
It's basically nothing.
Right, like, because that wound indirectly came about as a result because AG did the I call out your name when you're in a knife fight.
No, I think that that's what this type of story is going to be, though.
There is a poetry
they're going
to
either get each other or they're going to get one of the other killed.
Yes,
like that's how this is going to play out.
Right.
But I just had to bring that up. Also, Max is
he's pulling out the big guns.
He's pulling out the big gun. Yeah, the publish the story option,
right,
which could get him killed.
I would say that's a very high likelihood. Now, the thing that's interesting here is that they specifically brought up the idea of, hey, we couldn't just do a tabloid, right? That wouldn't work, right? It'd get laughed at. They need a respectable news outlet, right?
Yeah.
Apparently they've got one, but they need evidence. Now, they got the chemical formula for banana fish, right?
But theoretically, that might not be enough, and
they might not want to make that public information.
True.
True. So we'll have to see what happens there. But if they're looking for evidence, I'm curious what kind of evidence Max would need. Because I'm thinking it would be something of not just like that banana fish exists, but like who in the upper echelons of, the U.S. government basically is tied to it. Yeah. I think that's something where they can publish
just enough that it's suspected that blah 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 blah, and that's true. And then you don't need to necessarily go into the full details of the story until you're like,
right, save
now
some
we'll
of it for
have
the court case, basically.
Or no, you start with the beginning story of this is what we have here, and then you basically say, and in a few weeks or a month or what have you, we'll have the full story, and that's where they can then
suss out the people that come after them.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool things that reporters can do in this instance where they don't have all the details, but they can write it in such a way that it's like, oh, but we do have this, and we will maximize the usage of this, which we know to be true.
Sure.
So
yeah. But I'm excited to see that
because it's
passive things
testimonial.
progress.
It's testimonial anyway.
Right.
So
yeah, unless they get like a picture of the senator shaking hands with Dino and
that's not going to happen.
Right, that's not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But okay. They're setting up the pieces for the rest of the show, and we got the OP and ED changed.
I gotta say, that hurt. Like, not that the new stuff isn't good, but like.
But yeah, we got really attached to that first OP especially.
Okay. Yeah, and looking back, like,
and
yes,
the ED too.
The ED too.
Was
oh
really
yeah,
good. Yeah.
And like, of course, the OP would need to be changed in particular because like it doesn't fit as much anymore. Shorter's dead, showing Shorter with Yutlung like behind him. That doesn't quite fit anymore.
I think it still survives Said the Prophet for everything though. So I think it's still the same.
Well, they were definitely the ED.
They weren't the OP?
I'm pretty
don't sure they were the OP.
They might have been the OP. If
I just remember looking.
Thank you.
I just remember looking up the OP to be like, oh wait, is this like actually the same guys that did Vinland Saga OP? And it's like, yep, they did. Okay, cool. The first one. Obviously.
Okay, yeah.
The first Vinland Saga OP.
But yeah, that's.
All right, so here we go. Ash dead. Yeah, sure. Let's see what they're doing with him at the mental hospital,
and let's see what the actual motivations are for why they're not killing Ash, because Banana Fish tends to play things sort of fast and loose sometimes with like the details in order to keep the action moving, right? And that's great. Action is wonderful in this show, right? But I feel like that's something that does need to be explained of them having a motivating reason to not just, kill him as soon as they had him in the truck.
After they sent an assassin.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, because the precedent is absolutely there.
Right, because that was the first time, really, that one of these bigger, basically bigger fish in the world of Banana Fish, basically sent just straight up an assassin to kill Ash without any kind of caveats from Dino.
Exactly.
Dino has always been like, but bring them to me, but
and that's one of the things that I love about this is that the senator and them, they don't give a shit about Dino. He's getting them what they want. Like I would love to see Dino's end come about not from Ash but from the people he's working with, like
because they're all scared and they're all like, hey,
you're a loose end, or something.
And then maybe one of them gets away, but everybody else gets nabbed or what have you. I feel like this is the kind of story though where everybody gets sunk, basically.
Right. Like there will be like one, maybe two people alive at the end of it.
Right, or one or two people that are actually free. Like,
sure,
meaning
yes.
not necessarily just alive, but there will be people that are alive, but there will be like, locked up or being like investigated and to be eventually locked up and stuff. So yeah, but all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.